Welcome to Speedlane. The Tata Tigor EV has received a 4-star global NCAP rating. The electric sedan has become the 44th car to be tested under the Safer Cars for India initiative. The Tigor EV matches the rating of its internal combustion engine counterpart. It is a move in the right direction, and more car manufacturers should send their cars for crash testing as the consumers are more aware these days. The global NCAP also released a statement saying that the car could be made safer by adding features like electronic stability control, 3-point seat belts for all occupants, and ISOFIX connections. Speaking about EVs, there's a positive news. EV sales have gone up over the recent years. EV sales have been on the rise despite the semiconductor shortage. As global semiconductor shortage disrupts the regular car manufacturing in India as well as globally, there is a little silver lining to it. EV sales in India have been on an upward spiral, especially since the last year or so. They are soon going to breach the 30,000 monthly sales unit mark. Car makers like Tata Motors and MG Motors have been offering EVs since the last 2 years or so. While Tata is offering 2 models, MG is offering only the ZS EV in India. But despite the low models, there has been an uptick in consumer demand for EVs. Improving charging infrastructure, government subsidies, as well as the need to show that you are green in the community has pushed EV sales positively. Despite being a minuscule percentage in the overall car sales, this is definitely a step in the right direction. Ford India on shaky foundation. Ford is looking at an uncertain future in India. This comes after the supposed joint venture with Mahindra fell through. Further, COVID and low sales numbers have affected Ford badly. Currently, Ford India has 2 plants, one in Sanand and second in Maraimalai Nagar near Chennai. Both of these plants have a combined capacity of over 4 lakh units. However, only about 80,000 units have been produced so far. Out of these 80,000 units, half of these have been for export. So with low sales numbers, it is now a challenge for the survival of the American brand in India. Furthermore, with the plans of the joint venture being discussed over the last 3 years, no new launches have been planned over the next 2-3 years. This means that Ford portfolio will run out soon and other competitors could take its market share. Market share of entry-level cars is on a decline in India. Cars priced 5 lakhs or less have slowly been going out of demand over the last 5 years. From a high level of over 1 million units in 2016-17, today there are only just 400,000 units being sold in 2020. Easy availability of loans as well as features available in the next segment have made consumers make the jump to the higher segment. These days, even first-time car buyers are now opting for cars like Swift, Baleno and so on. To compensate this, demand for used cars in the same segment has gone up. So, a new car buyer today will evaluate considering either jumping to the next segment, that is 5 to 10 lakhs, or buying a used car for 5 lakhs, which will obviously give him into the higher segment. This is a win-win for both manufacturers and consumers, as there is a good churn of cars in the market, car makers are making more profits, and consumer is getting good value for money. Hyundai considering the Genesis luxury brand in India. The Korean car maker is evaluating launch of its luxury brand Genesis in India soon. 2 cars, that is the G80 sedan and the GV80 SUV, were showcased at the brand's new headquarter inauguration in Gurgaon. While the G80 will head against Mercedes E-Class and BMW 5 Series, the GV80 will go against Mercedes GLE SUV and the BMW X5. Taking a cue from success of Kia, it is likely that Hyundai is looking to expand their presence and market share in India by not competing in the entry-level segment but in the premium segment as well. So guys, that's it for this episode. If you are liking the content, please give a thumbs up to this video and subscribe to our channel for further episodes and updates.